Hello ratbags, welcome to a special Fallout 76 video. Make sure you're liking this video. I'm about to give you the rundown of the next beta test for you to try on Fallout 76 on Xbox One. It is really crap news, guys. We knew the beta maybe not every day. They did say it won't be happening every day. There may be different times. I didn't expect it though to happen every 4 days. I am going to show you the tweet they've just put out saying that the next beta for Xbox won't be till Saturday. That footage I played for 4 hours last night. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning to get you some footage. I've had a good nap today. I was ready and hyped to see what time it was going to be. As the day got on, I was starting to think, what's going on? Why haven't we been given a time? It seems a bit odd. I expected it to be today. I did really think we would get daily beta starts. But look at this, literally posted only 10 minutes ago by the Fallout official Twitter account. Your trip to Appalachia continues this weekend with the Fallout 76 beta on Xbox One. Saturday, October the 27th, 5 PM Eastern to 7 PM Eastern. It's even shorter. It's only going to be 2 hours long, not even 4 hours, and again at a really late time. Obviously for Europe, I understand in America that is prime time. But god damn, what the hell? So I did put a reply. What the F? A beta? This isn't a beta. It's only on every 4 days. That's crazy. That's what indie devs do with alphas, not mega companies. Disappointing we're stress testing, not enjoying a beta. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And before any hard hats come and go, they said it wasn't going to be every day. They've put a lot of hype into this beta. All the pre-orders, all the commercials, all the event stuff, all stressing, saying that you're going to get to enjoy the beta starting on, the 23rd. And then what happens? In a week, in space of a week more or less, we're only going to get a chance to play the beta for a cumulative total of 6 hours. 6 fucking hours. Fuck you, Bethesda. Fuck you. I have been warning about this stuff, guys. I've been telling you guys all along that it's just a stress test. This isn't really a beta. Betas are there to gain feedback from your players and really work on stuff. How are you going to gain any feedback if people are only working on it or being able to play it for 6 hours? Now yes, I know the beta goes on after this date. It doesn't come out until the 14th of November. So in theory, you've got another 2 weeks. And we know on the 30th it's going to be out for PC and PlayStation to beta test it as well. But betas aren't alpha tests. I'm going to give you a heads up on exactly how it goes on with game development. If you're a games developer, you've got alphas. These are generally where you're putting in new ideas, you're getting people to test stuff. Even before this point, there's loads of features you're trying to get involved in. But you might start getting people involved on your alpha to test a few core features. These people usually have NDAs written all over it. They can't talk about it because so much may change in that game, it might not even be worth mentioning. Some indie developers have been in alpha for years. 7 Days to Die has been in alpha for 6 years. DayZ, alpha for 5 years. Before early access was the big mega word to use, this is what people use. They called it alpha. Beta is when you're meant to be polishing up tiny little things. When everything's there for the core game, all the core features are in the game, and you're just meant to be giving it that final little bit of polish. You may add a few little items, but it's not going to upset any big core mechanics. It's all just about getting the game ready for launch. Now in the last few years, I'd say a good last 7 or 8 years in fact, we've used betas more as a test. It's been more a marketing tool for games companies to sell their product. I just woke up from a nap and I literally mentioned to my son as I was past him saying that it's only going to be happening this Saturday, and he said that was absolutely crazy. A 13-year-old understands that this is bullshit. I'm not being self-entitled here. You pay good money. Some people pre-order games strictly to get access to the betas. That's why it's part of the marketing ploy. That's why I say it is that. You think of Call of Duty, you think of all these games that have these betas, they're generally very close to release. They don't really offer time to get feedback. Over the years, one developer that's done betas better than some has been the ones that have worked on Gears of War. Back in the day, Epic Games, and then I don't remember exactly what happened when they went to Microsoft, but they did betas months before the game actually came out. Even Destiny done it a good month or so, I think, before the actual full game came out, although not much changed. The beta is really meant to be there for polishing stuff, so there shouldn't be any problems in running the servers daily. That's the point I'm getting to. If this is like an alpha test, this is what you kind of expect. Very limited times, very short windows to play it. You get a chance to jump on, test some features out for the developers, see how much strain there is on the server loads so that everyone can join the game at the same time. And then, yeah, that's it. That's the way it is in an alpha. You just got to accept it. It's part of it. But this is what they sold so much hype over. They promoted the fucking beta, the break it early application test that hardly anyone's going to play because they've only got 2 windows. Both them windows have been too kind to America, nothing to do for Europe people or people in Australia or the specific areas where they've got to go to work when it's on. I think this is absolute bullshit. I think this is a huge bollocky move by Bethesda. You know, I've been getting a lot of flack and bullshit over my Fallout 76 videos. I started off hyping up 76 as being a fantastic looking experience. When it first got rumoured, when it got first announced, I was looking forward to it being something like Rust. I play Ark, I play survival games. Playing something where you can have proper PvP was going to be amazing. It turns out it wasn't like that, and it wasn't always like that. You go back through the trailers, you look at how much PvP action there is. Also, after playing it for 4 hours, it's clear some of the features that they have reined in were clearly meant to be more PvP focused. I really truly believe they stopped the course of this game being one direction because of the backlash. So I got a big backlash from people for wanting that. I came into all the fanboys from Fallout series who love their game so much, and that's fantastic, but so many of them were so bitter. But I've had so many negative comments on every video I've done. Even when I'm doing positive videos about it, they were saying I shouldn't because it's not the Fallout game they want. Then when I started criticising the game because I started to realise that the company didn't really have a plan for the game, I started getting loads of shit because I was voicing an opinion. So now I'm in a medium place, or I was, where I was expecting the game not to be what I first thought it was, but you know what, it's going to be fun. I'll give it a try. It's something to play with your friends. It's definitely got the online survival aspects, which are some of the things I liked about playing it. I've got an opinion video coming out about my experience with Fallout over the 4-hour stream I did, and overall thoughts about where I think it's going to be coming. But for now, I think it's a good game. It's just a bit empty, and it's meant to be that way maybe because of the apocalypse and whatever, but I'm not buying it. The game is just a little bit soulless. It just doesn't have as much busy work, is what I call it in survival games. Something to really keep you motivated to playing it every single day. So that needs a big explanation, but that's just a little bit where I'm coming from. Now I'm probably going to get more shit because I just told everyone that Bethesda go fuck themselves. But god damn, I don't think it's right. It's literally been used as a promotional tool to get pre-orders, and now we can't even play the fucking thing. We've got 2 weeks, of course, I know, and I'm calming down a bit and going, okay, well, end of the day, they want to stagger it. They want to see how much they can get players on at one point to stress test the servers. But surely 2 hours on a Saturday, they couldn't do anything every 2 days? Was it that hard to flip the switch? What are they going to be working on? Is there going to be significant improvements? If they need that much time to improve stuff from the beta that happened last night, that's not a beta again, that is alpha. And so the biggest point, and where I'm going to finish this off is, and what I've mentioned before in a previous video is, this game should have been early access. And I hate saying that because you know what, AAA developers shouldn't be using early access as a model. We see so many AAA games broken as fuck when they come out, needing huge day one patches and then week later hotfix patches, because we have all come to expect and accept that, oh well, every game's got bugs, or oh yeah, they've got to change or add some content. And it's bullshit. It's because greedy companies push their games out way too quick. They've actually borrowed the idea from indie games where it was genuine, where a lot of indie games, apart from the ones that ran away with the money, needed that bit of income to complete their game and get feedback about where their game could be. But when you're a AAA company, you can pay think tanks. You can give loads of your game codes out to eager fans because you've got that fan base. You don't need the early access tactics that lots of indie developers do. But they've done that, and they've taken that early access mold and they've put it into something grotesque. That's why we're getting more and more betas like these, which are just bullshit, and they're just promotional marketing rather than actual something decent. And we're getting treated like test guinea pigs for games rather than them having quality assured testers playing the game every single day, making sure it all works. So many games launch broken nowadays, and I can understand that maybe you've got to be more cautious. And I would love it if Bethesda have proved me wrong, that on day launch, 14th November, this game is fucking immaculate. It runs like butter on a hot plate, or some bullshit analogy like that. But judging by everything I've seen, judging by previous Bethesda games, and judging by the gaming industry at large, where all these online games have massive problems for weeks, sometimes months afterwards, I feel like we are charged $60 for something that isn't complete, that hasn't been worked out properly, and we are just guinea pigs paying stupid amounts of money. And that's why I do still think, even though it's shitty that a big games company would use early access, it would still be better to have an early access period of time. They talk about this game being what we want it to be. When are we gonna fucking give our input about when the game's gonna be? I showed you guys this video, this note a few days ago, highlighting that Bethesda were basically saying the game's gonna have spectacular bugs and this is just the start of their journey, because it's us who are gonna bring this world to life. We can't bring a game to life if we can't play it. You can't bring a game to life if you promise people they can play something, you make them buy the game first to get in on the actual beta, when most games companies actually start doing open betas now. Even Activision doing open beta for people on some platforms. They're basically admitting the game is going to have massive problems, and I just don't think that's adequate. Small problems, yes. Already in the beta last night, and already from the comments, loads of people commenting saying they couldn't hear any sounds during their whole playthrough of the game. Lots of issues with clipping, lots of issues with creatures running under the map or falling under the map where you couldn't access their inventory when you shot them. Lots of light flickering, lots of issues with frame stuttering. I'm not an idiot. I've played Ark for 3 years. I know what a bad game can look like when it runs badly sometimes. I'm not expecting every game to be fucking perfect. But what I expect from a AAA publisher that's got the history, the pedigree of Bethesda is, don't fool us with bullshit like promos or betas that no one can actually fucking play. Give us a game that actually works to 99% of a standard. And then don't apologise for that game about to launch, because you know it's going to have bugs, or you know it's going to disappoint so many people. We're not even got onto the matter of the fact that it just may not have enough content. So there you go, huge rant, probably get a million dislikes on it. But that's the way I am. You can take it or leave it. I'll give you game news, I'll give you the information about the games that I like, that you guys like more importantly, as much as possible. But I will give you my opinion. I'm not no fake cardboard cutout idiot that just milks YouTube. I could be doing so much better if I never said a negative word to anyone. I never was critical of games and I just sat there and went, oh, this game's amazing, oh my god. But that's just not me. So yeah, I'm still playing the game. I can't wait for Saturday. I'm going to be there doing my 2-hour stretch because I want to get more to grips with it. I say one thing for it, it did leave me wanting more. I did want to play more. I did want to explore another ridge, go around another corner and see what we could find. So maybe in that way Bethesda have succeeded. Maybe they've turned someone that thought it was maybe a little bit soulless into someone that thinks it has got potential if I'm that desperate to play it again. I enjoyed it, it was fun playing it with some friends, and I think that's where it's really going to be, and exactly what Bethesda said, it's better played with your friends. Playing this on your own won't be that much of a fun experience, I feel. Anyway, I'm not going to do what I think about the game in this video just yet. We'll come to that in a separate video. But there you go. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think this beta has been properly thought out? Do you think they're taking a piss? Do you disagree? Do you can't see a problem? Why wouldn't they have it staggered? Why wouldn't they give themselves a few days to make sure they get input and they can change things around? But bear in mind what I said about alphas and betas and where they really are and what they should be for most game developers. I'm Jade Plays Games. I have a big mouth and I have a big opinion. Make sure you comment down below and let's start a conversation. I'll see you ratbags for another Fallout video. If we get any more information about the beta, I'll let you guys know.